everyone and welcome to today's Vinyasa class. Today we're going to focus on opening our hips and stretching out the quads, hamstrings, everything to do with legs, and this is going to release any emotions that we might be feeling, and also if you're sitting all day in an office or just having a little lazy quarantine day at home, it's just going to warm up your entire body and stretch out your legs. Throughout the class, I want to remind everyone to be gentle and respectful with their bodies. Only go as deep into a pose as you feel your body can. Go to the edge of your comfort zone, so stop before you feel pain, but you should feel a sensation so that you know those muscles are stretching and engaging. So with all that said, I hope you enjoyed today's class. Thank you for joining me on your mat. I have some blocks and straps nearby. You can use books and cushions and towels, or I like to use my dressing gown rope as a strap sometimes. So anything like that, any props you need, go and grab them, get some water, and let's get going. We're going to start today's class on our knees but high up on our tippy toes. So sit down on your heels. And for some of you, this is going to be a really odd sensation through the toes. We're giving them a little stretch here that they don't usually get. Let's just give our thighs and legs a little massage, ease them into today's practice with some kindness before we kick their asses, and take some deep breaths. So inhale and exhale fully. Inhale and exhale fully. Inhale and exhale fully. Let's come onto all fours, shake out those toes, give them a tap out on the mat. Take your knees as wide as your mat or as wide as you're comfortable with, and come down into child's pose. Forehead to the mat, bum towards your heels and arms stretching out, fingers spread wide, and relax into this pose. We're very gently opening up the hips here already. Take some deep breaths. And then come up high onto your fingertips, make tents with your hands, and walk those hands over to the right hand side. Bring your torso over the right thigh and bow down. Feel that stretch all along the left side body. And come back to center. Let's repeat that on the left side. And back to center. Let's roll back into that all fours position. And we're going to take a few cat-cows to warm up the spine for today. So knees directly in line with your hips and wrists directly in line with your shoulders. Spread the fingers wide, and when you take an inhale, drop the belly round the spine, look forward. Exhale, tuck chin to chest, suck your navel towards your spine, round the back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale. Inhale, come into a neutral spine and extend your right leg out and back. Once you've got your balance, extend your left arm forward. Suck navel into spine, keep your core engaged. Inhale, exhale, round your back, bring your knee and elbow together. Squeeze. Inhale, extend. Exhale, let's do another squeeze. Inhale, extend. Exhale, squeeze them together, really engage those abs. And come back to tabletop position. Let's repeat that on the other side. Left leg extends, get your balance. Right arm extends. Navel to spine, engage your core. Inhale and squeeze, exhale. Inhale, squeeze everything, exhale. Inhale, reach forward, last one, make it count. Exhale. And back to neutral. Let's come back to our wide-legged child's pose on the mat now. Starting to warm up the body, engage all the muscles, wake them up. And then look forward and slither your way onto your stomach, however is most fun for you. Come onto your elbows, elbows in line with your shoulders, forearm flat, fingers spread wide, baby toes pressing into the mat, and let your back just be naturally where it would be from where your elbows are lifting you. This is Sphinx pose. Take a few breaths here. And release your head towards the mat. One side of your face down, wiggle your hips around. Relax everything, but only for a second. Now, elbows point up towards the ceiling, fingers are spread wide and pressing into the mat. We're going to do a few little back bends to warm up our spine for today's practice. Forehead towards the mat. And inhale to rise. And exhale, come down. Be really gentle with yourself during back bends today. This is a really nice exercise for anyone that's experienced back injuries or sciatica. And they recommend it to move your spine in a way that it doesn't usually move. So we don't want to push up with our arms much, we don't want to push up with our legs, we want to use our back muscles and strengthen them. Inhale, rise. Exhale, flow back down. Let's come back to that position, wiggle the hips around. Tuck your toes, hands next to your chest, and push your bum back to your heels, and then extend into a nice downward dog stretch. It's our first downward dog of the day, so let's shake our head no. No to negativity, no to things that don't serve you, and shake your head yes to positivity, power, strength. And let's move our dog. Let's walk it out this morning. Roll onto your toes, one knee at a time, comes towards your chin and back out. Push the heel down towards the floor. Feet should be hip width apart. Shoulder blades are rolling away from each other, and your fingers are spread nice and wide, head and neck completely relaxed. And come as far into the pose as you feel you need to today. You can wiggle your hips around, wiggle your shoulders, let's get groovy, let's get moving. However you want to wake up your body today. And look forward, bend your knees, and walk, step or hop to the space between your hands. Fingertips reaching for the floor or your shin. straight spine and take a breath here. Exhale, fold. And let's rise slowly, one vertebrae at a time, into Tadasana, mountain pose. So here you want to pull your lower ribs in, slight bend of the knees, palms strong facing forward, shoulders rolling down your back, slight tuck of the chin. Toes touching and heels match distance apart. Or if you prefer to keep your feet hip width apart, that's also fine. So let's arrive on our mat now. Let's take a few breaths with movement. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, palm to heart center. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, palm to heart center. Next, inhale, we're going to start our sun salutations. So inhale, up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, straight spine, fingertips to shins or the floor. Exhale, palms flat and step back to high plank pose. Suck your navel in towards your spine. Don't have your bum too high or too low. Keep it nice and engaged. Navel to spine, slight pushing up from the shoulders. Push the floor away. And now your way down to the mat. Could be chaturanga, could be knees, chest and chin. Slither through to cobra. And back to downward facing dog. Let's do a couple more of those to warm up our bodies this morning. So bend the knees, look forward. Hop to the space between your hands. Straight spine and forward fold. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center. I like to introduce some back bends into my sun salutations because there are a lot of forward folding movements. We do 5 forward folds for every 1 back bend during our Vinyasa flow. So if you want to join me, be careful, don't compress your lower spine too much. Try and bring the fold all the way up your back. So inhale, option to back bend. Exhale, fold from your hips. Inhale, straight spine. Exhale, step back to plank. If you're doing chaturanga this time, then keep your elbows pointed to the back of the mat, hands close to your chest, and come down one straight line. Upward facing dog, knees and thighs are off the mat. Just hands and the tops of your feet are in contact. Exhale, downward facing dog. Introduce some movement wherever you feel you need to this morning. Let's just get everything moving, waking up. Bend your knees, look forward, hop to the space between your hands, straight spine, and fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, palms to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale, step back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now, let's start to introduce some add-ons into our flow. So inhale, raise the right leg high to the sky. Don't let your hip turn out too much. Make sure your shoulders are still square to the front of the mat. And bend that foot. Point the knee skyward. Bring the heel towards the buttocks. And draw big circles with your knee. 1, 2, 3. So we're really opening up the hips now. Inhale, legs straight. Exhale, bring it all the way through between the hands. And we have arrived in our lunge position. Inhale, rise up strong. Fingers spread wide, shoulders melting down the back. Knee directly above the front ankle and the back heel is pushing back towards the mat. Make sure your hips are square. Pull this right hip back, left hip forward. Navel towards spine. And you're in crescent lunge. Place the hands back on the mat. Back leg steps forward. Hand fold. Inhale to rise. Hands to heart center. Let's do that on the other side now. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, fingertips to mat, straight spine. Exhale, come back to plank position. Hold. Exhale, lower down to your mat, your way. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring that left leg high to the sky, keeping the shoulders square. Point the knee up to the ceiling, heel falling back towards the buttocks. And let's draw those big circles on the other side. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, straighten that leg, point the toe, engage everything, and exhale, big pull through between the hands. Same alignment, let's make sure the back leg is straight, the front knee is aligned directly above the heel. Inhale, engage the core to come up. Soft shoulders, strong arms here. Hands either side of the foot. Bring the other one to join its friend. Toes to touch and forward fold. Inhale, let's rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. I hope you're getting as warm as I am, because I am sweating already. Okay. Let's start adding some more things into our flow and have some fun with this. So, inhale. Always optional to back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Now let's deepen our forward fold here. So I want you to bring one hand in front of the left foot, your left hand in front of your left foot. Bend the left knee, keep the right leg straight. Exhale and unfold yourself. Twist your front, twist your heart to shine to the front of the room. Fingertips reaching up for the sky. And you should really feel quite a strong stretch down the back of your right leg. If it's too much, bring a slight bend into the leg, but if you can, stay here for a few breaths, really feel that hamstring stretch. Just strengthening and stretching a little bit more there this morning. And switch sides, right hand comes down, right knee bends. Left arm reaches high to the sky. Breathe into the stretch, breathe into your leg. And drop that hand down, straighten both the legs and see if your forward fold feels a little deeper now. Inhale, straight spine. Exhale, step back to plank. Still strong here, still making sure your core's engaged, navel towards your spine. Exhale your way down to the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. This time, breathe. Inhale the right leg high to the sky, keeping those shoulders square. Let's come back to our down dog scorpion. Let that heel fall towards the buttocks, open up the hips. Now let's bring that knee to elbow. Inhale back up. Knee to opposite elbow. Inhale back up. Knee to opposite elbow. Inhale back up. And now bring it all the way through between your hands. This time lower your left knee to the floor. Drop your toes onto the mat. And make sure you've still got that nice 90-degree angle with your front leg going on. So, Vinyasa. Let's rise up again. Same alignment cues as before. Make sure that your shoulders are soft, melting down your back. Fingertips are strong, reaching for the sky. Hips are square. Now let's come down and start opening up these hips. Bring both your hands to the inside of the right leg. Wriggle that foot out towards the edge of your mat. And let the foot open up. Let the knee fall away towards the floor. You'll be on the blade edge of your right foot if that's comfortable for you. If it's not, just stay with a flat foot and just gently push your right knee out towards the side. If you're comfortable on the edge of your foot, let's deepen a little bit more and push our right knee out gently with our right hand. Left knee still on the floor. If you want to go even deeper into this lizard posture, you can come down all the way onto your forearms. Let's pop the leg back towards the midline, and you'll still feel a really nice hip opening here. If you want to go even further and stretch your quads, inhale, reach back with your right hand and find your left foot and pull your left leg in towards your glute. It might not be possible for you to get here this morning, that's fine. Let's accept where we are today, accept where your body is. You are exactly where you're meant to be. But this is a really nice quad stretch if you can come a little deeper into your lizard pose. Few breaths here, or alternatively staying with your knee just folding out to the side. Return to center, back up onto our hands. Let's bring our right hand to the other outside of the right leg again. Tuck the toes of the back leg and push up into a lunge. Nice and strong here. So, navel to spine, inhale to come up, and we're going to go into our warrior two pose. So, turn the foot so that your arch is in line with your front heel, your foot is at a 45-degree angle, and your hands are still spread wide, fingers spread wide apart, hands reaching for either side of the room. Strong hands, soft shoulders. Your front knee should be pointing towards your little baby toe on the right foot, and you should just be able to see your big toe. So let's move with our breath again. Inhale to come up, straighten the front leg. Exhale back to warrior two. Inhale up. Exhale back to warrior two. Now on the inhale, flip your front palm and lean back, paint the sky, peaceful warrior. Exhale back to warrior two and extended side angle. So bring your right elbow to your right knee and reach past your head towards the front of your mat with your left arm. Opening up the front of the body, curling back if you can. If you want to take this stretch a little further, you can come down, Bring your right hand towards the floor next to your foot, and the left arm reaches up, creating one beautiful line. If you want to come deeper into the pose, if you feel like you're in the right place for that today, left arm comes behind you, right arm comes under your leg and holds your other hand behind you, and we're in a bind. Wherever you are in this pose, let's come out the way we came in. Inhale, come up to warrior two. Hands frame the front leg, toe to twizzle round to lunge. Step forward and forward fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, palms to heart center. Let's take a few moments here to let our body settle and come to be grateful for everything we're doing this morning. Maybe set an intuition for your practice. You're strong, you're beautiful, you're capable. Ready for the other side? Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, straight spine. Exhale, step back to plank. Chaturanga, or your way down to the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time, inhale, left leg comes up high to the sky. Heel comes back towards the buttock. And let's do those knee to elbow crunches. Ready? Inhale, straight leg. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, squeeze, engage your core. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, last one. Inhale, straighten, and this time come all the way through between your hands, and we'll get into our lizard lunge. So, left knee drops to the floor, toes come flat, left knee over the front ankle, and inhale to rise. Same alignment cues on the other side, so remember, keep your hips square, soft shoulders, strong palms, and Vinyasa. Exhale, hands come forward, and let's wiggle that left leg to the outer edge of our mat. Let your knee fold out to the side as far as you want it to go today. Whether you're on the edge of your foot or you're on your full foot, try and open up that left hip towards the outer edge of the room. If you want to come down onto your forearms, that's fine. Just bring the foot back a little bit and come down onto those forearms. If you want to come deeper into your lizard pose, reach back with the left arm, try and find that right foot, which for me is quite hard today. There we go, and pull it towards the glute. Stretch out those quads. Open up if you can. Roll up, see if you can look towards the ceiling. Enjoy the pose, enjoy the heart opening side of this pose. Release your left foot slowly. Come up high onto the hands. Bring that foot back to center. Tuck the back toes and come up to high lunge. Now you know where we're going, into our warrior two. So inhale, come up. Exhale, turn the back foot. Put your weight towards the outer edge of the right foot. So you don't want to be curling this way, you want to be pushing outwards this way. Again, the front leg, you should be able to just see your big toe. Let's get our arms set up here. Soft shoulders, strong hands, looking over your front fingertips. And inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, float back into warrior two. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, float back down. Inhale, flip the palm, paint the sky, fold back. Shine your heart skyward. Exhale, come back and extended side angle. So left elbow to left knee, reach over towards the front of the mat. Enjoy this full body stretch on the right hand side of your side body. Come down deeper if you like, left hand to the floor, elbow and knee making contact, increasing the stretch slightly, and right fingertips reaching for the sky. Or if you'd like to come into the bind, drop that right hand behind your back, reach through the leg and catch your hand behind you. Open up, really open the chest up towards the sky here. Deep breaths, make sure you're still breathing. And come back, hands either side of the foot, swivel the back foot straight. Step forward, join your feet together, straight back, straight legs and fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, let's open out more of our legs this time. Let's add some additional add-ons to really get our legs feeling rejuvenated and refreshed today. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, fingertips to the mat. Exhale, step back to plank. Your way down to the mat. And inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk out your dog if you need to. We've done some quite intense stretches with our lizard poses. So this time, inhale, right leg comes high to the sky. Take it all the way through between your hands and bring the left knee down and Vinyasa. Inhale to come up. Feel really strong in this lunge position here. It's a really nice stretch for the psoas muscles on the left leg, and we're strengthening our whole leg on the right, which is really nice feeling and sensation through the body. Bring your hands down. And we're going to go into our half split stretches, which was going to be a really nice opener through the hamstrings, the quads, the entire leg. So, inhale, come back onto the heel of the right foot, straighten the leg as much as you can, fingertips facing forward, chest shining towards the toes. If you can increase the stretch by bringing your head towards your knee. Inhale, come forward, back to your lunge. Heart still shining forward. Exhale, back to the heel, fold. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, fold. And in half splits, we're even more prone to have this right hip come way forward and the left hip also be out of line. So make sure that your hips are in line, your back feels straight, and you're getting the stretch that you need today. Now let's come all the way onto our bums. So you'll still have your left knee bent and your left foot next to your buttocks. Right leg is strong, toes pointing towards the ceiling. And if you're comfortable here, amazing. If your left knee is feeling some discomfort, then move it as you need to. You can move it out, you can move it behind you, you can bring it straight, but wide-legged position. If you can, keep it bent. It'll be a really, really nice stretch for the quads. So, let's do a one-legged forward fold here. Inhale to come up. Exhale, head to knee. If the full stretch isn't there for you today, this is fine. Anything is fine. Maybe you're sitting up here. Whatever you need to honour your body today. But just make sure that your chest is always shining towards your toes. You're reaching forward with the fingertips. Maybe walk them a little further each time until you find yourself in the full stretch. Inhale, come up. Now let's bring our knee outwards so that your knee is in line with your hips and the left leg is falling back behind you. The right leg is still engaged, toes pointing towards the sky. Inhale and exhale, fold. Very good. Inhale to come up. Now let's bring both feet forward. I'll spin around so you can see what I mean. And let's just wiggle the hips a little bit. Bringing the knees to either side of your body just to let the hips settle into what we've been doing to them today. Come back to center. And find your bound angle pose. So you're making a diamond sort of shape with your legs. Soles of your feet are coming together. You can keep your hands here. You can keep your hands in front of you, on your knees, wherever you're comfortable. Maybe your feet are out here and that's fine. If you want to increase the stretch, just bring your heels further in towards your body, but make sure you're not hunching over. We want to be straight spine, chest shining skyward. And let's do a little butterfly. So let your knees bounce up and down. Ease your body into that opener. This is actually one of my favourite poses. It's so simple and so effective and it feels so good. And now we're going to bring our bodies down towards our feet. So whether you crawl forward with your fingertips, maybe you keep your hands here, elbows are touching your shins to help you come a little further down, deeper into this hip opener. Take a few deep breaths. It's a very strong pose for the hips. A really nice opening if you're used to sitting on a computer chair. And let's come back up. I want you to extend the right leg out to the right side. Bring the left sole of the foot in towards your groin. And we're going to kind of flow with our breath a little bit. So let's open up the side bodies some more. Bring your right arm down to be parallel with your right leg. If you can, no matter where you are in this pose, whether you're holding your leg, whether you're down to the floor, just go as deep as you need to go. And bring the left arm up. Inhale. Let your left fingers reach for your right toes. If they grab them, that's fine. If they don't, that's amazing. Go to wherever you're comfortable. Inhale. Look to the sky. Follow your fingertips. Exhale, let them fall towards your toes. Inhale, extend, look skyward. Exhale, let those fingers come for those toes. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. Now let's swoop forward and switch sides. Right sole of the foot comes to the left inner thigh. Left leg extending outwards. Your whole leg is engaged, toes pointing up towards the ceiling. And let's bring that left arm down to meet the leg. This time, right arm comes towards your toes. Sometimes sides aren't even. You might reach the toes really easily on your left side and not at all on your right side, and that's okay. Inhale, look up towards the sky. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, open up, look towards your fingers. Exhale, bring them back down towards the toes. Inhale, reach up, open up. Exhale, down towards your toes. This time swoop forward and extend both legs out. So make sure both legs are fully engaged, toes are still pointing up to the ceiling, and we're in our seated wide-legged forward fold. So let's make sure our spines are nice and straight. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, bring the fingertips forward and start walking down towards the floor. This is a really strong stretch, and it's a really good stretch for the inner thighs. Really good for splits training and practicing flexibility. But also it puts us in a position where we never usually are. This is how children sit and how we used to sit all the time, and maybe it's not possible for you anymore. So let's start to introduce some familiar seats back to our body. Let's be children again. Crawl forward with the fingertips. Fall forward to the mat. Take some really deep breaths here. Let the breath take you deeper into the pose. Maybe come down onto your forearms, maybe your head's touching the floor. Make sure the feet are still pointing up towards the ceiling. Stay here for a few more seconds. And come back up to straight. Let's come back to our bound ankle pose. Make a diamond with your legs, soles of the feet to touch, and let's butterfly it out. Let the knees bounce around, loosen up the legs, and we need to repeat on the left side. So, rolling onto all fours, coming back to our downward facing dog. Pedal out the legs if you need to. We've done some strong stretches to them. So inhale, left leg to rise. Bring that leg all the way between your hands and drop the right knee. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands framing the feet, and we'll go into our half splits. Exhale, toes pointing up to the sky, come onto your left heel, fold forward. Inhale, back to lunge, chest and heart shines forward. Exhale, come back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, come back, fold. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, come back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, come back. and lower all the way down. So we're back into our one-legged forward fold. Left leg is engaged, toes pointing towards the sky, right leg is bent, or move to wherever you need to have it to feel comfortable. If you can keep it here, amazing, but it is a strong position for the knee, so please don't go too far if you have a history of knee injuries. Inhale to come up. Exhale, reach forward, fold. Inhale to come up, and now let's bring your knee in line with your hips. Let the right leg fall back behind you, and let's repeat the fold. Inhale, come up, exhale, fold fully. Inhale to come up, and let's do our little hip dance again. Let the knees fall from side to side. Take some deep breaths. Very nice. So we did our seated wide-legged forward fold. Now we want to come into standing wide-legged forward fold. So come up to standing. Go as wide as you're comfortable, just beyond hip width apart. Have the toes slightly pigeon-toed, toes pointing towards each other, heels slightly pointing outward. And hinge from the hips, fold forward. Maybe if you want to get a little deeper, open up the hips a little bit more. Bring your head to the floor, that's okay. Maybe reach back beyond your feet and your legs with your hands, palms to the floor. Letting go of everything that no longer serves you. Bring your hands back, and let's see if we can come down a little bit further into this middle split position. This is quite an intense position, the middle split, so don't go too far, but if you want to feel the sensation, see how far you can go, then gradually come down. Whether you're on your hands, you can come down on your forearms, which is where I like to be. And just take a few deep breaths. Let your hips open up. You can really feel the stretch in your inner thigh. When you're ready to come out, come up onto your hands and wiggle your toes and heels back to center until you are in a forward fold. Inhale to come all the way up. Exhale, palms to heart center. The final hip opener we're going to do today is going to be pigeon pose. So let's flow through our half splits and our lunges and everything and work our way into our pigeon pose. Come to the front of your mat, toes to touch, heels mat distance apart. Inhale, optional back bend. Exhale, fully fold. Inhale, fingertips to the floor, straight spine. Exhale, step back into plank position. And your way down to the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Your body should be feeling really nice and warm now. The legs should be feeling pretty stretched out, maybe a little tired, maybe achy, maybe they feel amazing. So let's start on the right hand side. Inhale, leg comes high to the sky. Exhale, bring it through, lower the left knee, toes to the mat. And let's flow through our half splits. Big inhale, exhale, toes point to the ceiling. Inhale, coming forward, chest shining out. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, chest pointing forward. Exhale, head to knee. Inhale one last time. Exhale, head comes towards your knee. This time when we come forward, take your front leg, bring the right knee towards the right wrist and the left heel in towards your groin. Now we want to keep the left toes up for a moment, walk that left leg back until you're comfortable to drop the foot. Have a little check, make sure that your left leg is straight and not pointing out to the side in one straight line. And you've arrived in half pigeon. So let's really relax into this pose, really open up our hips for our last position here. Exhale, coming down. If you're comfortable to come down, then we'll stay here for a few breaths. If you're not, feel free to stay up, stay on your forearms, or come all the way down. Reach your palms forward, rest your body down. You want your right hip to be supported, so if you're not touching the floor, grab your block or your cushion and pop that under there so you're supported. If not, if you're comfortable on the floor, then make sure you're not dumping into the right side. Make sure you're supported evenly on your right and left side. Maybe flip your palms up to the sky, ready to accept all the positive energy to guide you through your day. Take some deep breaths here and really relax into this hip opener. Nice work, guys. Now slowly, mindfully coming up, using your hands to ease you up back to pigeon. Tuck those left toes under, fingers spread wide on the mat, and see if you can push yourself right back into your downward dog. Walk out that dog, feel how open the hip feels. Maybe the right leg feels totally different to the left leg now. So let's even that out. Inhale, left leg comes high towards the sky. Exhale, bring it all the way through between your hands. Right leg drops, toes to the mat. Big inhale, exhale, toes point towards the sky, fold forward. Inhale, rock forward, chest shining to the front of the room. Exhale, come back to your fold. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, come back. Inhale, come forward. Now come forward. This time let's meet our left knee to our left wrist and bring that heel towards the groin. Tuck the back toes and walk your right leg back just a little bit until you've got a nice straight line behind you. Get comfortable. How does your left hip feel? Does it need additional support from a pillow or a blanket or a block? If you're comfortable here, let's come down. Remember, only go as deep into it as you can. Maybe on the right side you came all the way down, maybe on this side you want to stay on your forearms, and that's absolutely fine. Or come down with me, flip the palms open towards the sky, welcoming in all that good energy that we need to guide us through these uncertain times. Deep breaths, really enjoy the sensations throughout your body. You might want to kill me slightly for saying that if you're feeling really strong in this position, but the more we stay here, the more our body will settle into it. Just go to your edge, don't go too far. A couple more breaths here. And use your hands to walk yourself back up. This time let's fall onto that left hip. Bring the right leg forward and rock onto your backs. Bring your knees to touch. Bring your feet wide to the width of the mat. And let's just have our palms facing up towards the sky and enjoy stillness for a moment. Let the body settle. Come back to your intention. You are strong, you are beautiful, you are capable. On your next inhale, bring your feet face towards the sky and we're going to go into happy baby pose. So if you can, catch the bottom of your feet, maybe you just hold your big toes or hold the outer edge of your feet, whatever you're comfortable with, and pull the knees in towards the floor, but push against the hands with your feet at the same time. Melt the shoulders and the knees towards the mat, rock from side to side, and enjoy your happy baby pose. And these poses remind us to move more like we did when we were young. Find freedom and creativity in movement rather than just doing what we see other adults do. Before the times when we had sore backs and sore muscles, we had complete freedom of movement, no judgment, no ego. So let's go back to that time. Release your legs down to the mat and let's come into a supine twist. Extend the left leg flat. Bring the right knee in towards your body. Bring it to wherever it's natural. Maybe it comes out towards the armpit, maybe it's more towards your chest. Move your hips slightly to the right of your mat as we prepare to bring the knee down towards the left. Extend your right arm out, hand flat against the floor, and look towards the opposite fingers, looking towards the right side, bringing your whole body towards the left. Don't have your knee all the way to the floor if your shoulder is lifting on the right. You want your shoulder to be in contact with the floor. Take a few deep breaths here. Enjoy that spinal twist. And come back to center. Let's bring the hips back to the middle of the mat. Switch the legs, extend the right, bring the left in. Let it fall wherever feels good for you. And bring it over to the right hand side. Extend that left arm out, look towards the left fingertips, shoulders flush to the floor. If you're having trouble keeping your shoulder down, try extending that left leg out straight, and then you might find your left shoulder comes more towards the floor. Bring your knee back in and try and stay in that position. Come back to center. Let's come back to our restorative pose. Knees to touch, feet on the outer edges of the mat, palms facing upwards, and take a few deep breaths here. And we are ready for our final resting pose, Savasana or corpse pose. So come to lie flat on the floor if that's comfortable for you. Legs wide, maybe a little bit wider than your mat. Arms out to the sides, palms facing up. Close your eyes. Maybe put a palm on your heart, one on your tummy. Put them wherever you're comfortable, lie however you're comfortable. Inhale, full exhale. Carry on with your normal breath, keeping your eyes closed. Be grateful for your healthy, amazing bodies that have carried you through the practice today. Be grateful to yourself. Show yourself self-love for taking the time to take care of your physical and mental health with today's practice. Relax every single part of your body. Let it become heavy. Connect with the earth. Melt down towards the mat. Relax your forehead, your eyebrows, your eyelids, your lips, your jaw. Let your neck and shoulders melt towards the mat. Carry that feeling of surrender all the way down your arms, your wrists, your fingertips. Observe your chest and your abdomen, the rise and fall of your breath. Observe it, don't change it. Is it quick? Is it slow? Is it deep or shallow? Is it subtle and soft? Let your hips melt into the ground. Your thighs, your calves, your knees, your ankles. Take some final deep breaths in Savasana. And when you're ready, bring some movement back to the body, to the fingers, to the toes. Maybe shake your head side to side. Keep your eyes closed and roll onto the right side of your body. Come to a fetal position. Protect your heart, shine your heart to the sky. And however you can, come to a comfortable seat. Hands on your knees or wherever you feel comfortable. And gently open your eyes. Inhale, raise your arms to the sky. Exhale, palms to heart center. Inhale, exhale, palms to heart center. Show yourself some kindness and respect throughout your entire day like you did today in this practice. And bow down in honor of your body. Namaste.